Alright, so I'm going to make this a quick video. I'm not necessarily just going to be showing the rune farms, I'm going to be showing the path that I usually take for these rune farms. So I can, level up a new character really quickly. So obviously, you go to the Third Church of America from the first step over here. You get to the Bestial Sanctum using the Waygate. Now, I recommend going to Lynn's Rise here. So, obviously, I'm sure everybody already knows this farm, but in case you don't, there's going to be a ball that will spawn later down in this hill. And it's going to roll towards you, and you're going to want to lead it off of the cliff. Now, I believe on a new game, this gives you about 1.7k runes per time. So, it's a pretty good rune farm. After maybe like an hour or two of grinding, you're probably going to be at probably already over level 80. I don't know, I haven't done it in a while. Now, the next rune farm that I am not going to necessarily recommend because it is an exploit is something you can do. So I've already killed Grail here, but the farm is to basically whittle down Grail's HP with bleed damage, and once Grail is dying, you run back to the site of Grace, and you rest as soon as you hear the runes coming towards you. If you do it too early, you won't get the runes. If you do it too late, and you hear the Dragon Hearts reach you, then that means Grail is not going to spawn in anymore. But of course, if you don't like exploits, then just kill Grail with bleed damage and be done with it. Entirely up to you. Personally, my stance on exploits is that since it is a mostly single player game, it doesn't matter too much because the multiplayer is not a big part of Elden Ring. But still, it's entirely up to you. And now, the next rune farms are actually both in the Mogul Dynasty Mausoleum. So, it's actually kind of funny because they're both right next to each other. So obviously, I'm sure every single person that would watch this video is aware of the bird farm. You shoot the bird, you have it run off the cliff. I specifically recommend standing here. This is actually my message. And on a new game, that'll give you about 11k runes per kill. A bit more with the Golden Scarab. So, the best rune farm in the game, without any question, without any doubt, without any comparison, is this farm. So obviously, I'm sure everybody already knows that the hill farm. You do need, obviously, the Sacred Relic Sword to perform it. But it is a really, really good farm. Usually I don't use a second one, I just go to the site of Grace. But yeah, on the new game, that'll give you 60 to 70k runes. I think around 70k with the Golden Scarab. Maybe 80k though if you're lucky. Yeah, I mean, not a new game plus, because obviously you need the Sacred Relic Sword for it. I mean, you can do it with another AoE weapon, but it's not going to be as good as the bird farm. But that pretty much wraps it up. There is another farm, I believe, somewhere around here-ish. There's a pillar and you can run up onto the cliff and then you can drop down. It's another exploit though, so I don't like it. And not to mention, it usually takes a while. It's not the easiest thing to do. So I don't think it's a very viable rune farm, and it's also, again, it's an exploit, so a lot of people don't like that. A lot of people don't like to use exploits. It's not fair. But anyways, again, that just about wraps up this video. Those are the best rune farms, and that's usually how I level up. I go to Lynn's Rise first. I grind for over half an hour, maybe up to an hour. I go over to Vare later on once it's by Liurnia. I immediately do Vare's questline. I get here, I do the bird farm. Then on a new game, I sit here with a Sacred Relic Sword and I grind until I'm whatever level I want. Although, around new game plus 2 or 3 or something like that, I usually just get up to max level to finish it off. Alright, well, that's the video. See you next time.